Hey everybody, this is going to be part 6 for the Stan Lee book. I love this book. Like I said, I've talked to you about it before. I hope you guys like it too. Like I said, I'm going to keep going through this, and then whenever you get interested or something like that, you want to hear Stan's voice, you want to hear my voice when I'm reading and everything like that, you just turn to this, come to my page, and click on one of these videos. But this is going to be about more about the Submariner and more Fantastic Four. He does a lot of Fantastic Four in here, and then I come over here and play what he plays here in this little square. Push number 11 on this, and we'll hear what he has to say. But let's go through this and see what the story is. This is moment 9, the end of the Fantastic Four. Here we get book number 9. Look at that. Imagine being able to get one of these. Looks like they're kicked out or something. Little do they dream that they will soon be at the mercy of the Submariner. What happens to comic magazine heroes when they can't pay their bills and have no place to turn? Don't miss the newest and most original tale of all, the end of the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four evicted from building, 5 tower floors for rent. Wow. Heroes 1 minute, bums the next. How did this happen to us? Wow. Look at he's carrying the suitcase is all flamed on and everything. He's not burning anybody or nothing. Wow. Some of the covers they did. Cool. This one's the end of the Fantastic Four. What page is this one here? This looks like a splash page here. Let's see, coming. Bulletin. The world famous Fantastic Four are bankrupt. They have announced plans to dissolve their partnership and sell all their possessions in order to pay their debts. What's that? Says the Submariner. Oh, look, and he's got a picture of Sue right here. Let's see. In a hidden chamber far under the sea, Prince Namor, the amazing Submariner, tunes into a TV newscast from the surface world and hears a startling announcement. He's watching TV. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Fantastic Four number 9, December 1962. In the good old days, superheroes rarely had any money worries. In fact, it sometimes seemed as if half the costume do-gooders streaking around back in the 1940s were secretly rich playboys, either avenging an old crime like Batman or just trying to stave off boredom by donning a mask and cape and punching out bad guys. However, since the new heroes he was developing with Kirby and Ditko were supposed to be part and parcel of the so-called real world, Stan wanted to explore the financial aspect of things, and that meant making a living. From the letters that came pouring in from adults and college students as well as kids, it was clear that the new heroic comics were reaching an older readership that had Captain America and 20 years before. This one right here. Such readers were more likely to have jobs, or at least be thinking about getting jobs, which gave them a different set of interest from the mostly juvenile readers of an earlier era. So in issue 9, the Fantastic Four declared bankruptcy. Wow. Let's see what's going on. They're getting kicked out and everything. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what read this part. Actually, it was mostly Reed Richards who went broke. There's no mention that Sue had ever held down a paying job in her life, and Johnny was still in high school. Though he never talked about the situation, Ben Grimm could hardly go back to being a test pilot because, as the oversized thing, he'd have been hard-pressed to squeeze into a cockpit. Turns out that Reed had invested all the money he made from his ingenious inventions in the stock market. A downturn hit Wall Street, and he lost it all. Of course, playing the stock market isn't the most visually exciting activity in the world, so Stan and Jack start their story with the FS bankruptcy and imminent split-up being announced on TV, while somewhere under the sea, the Submariner watches and muses that this may be just the opportunity I've been waiting for. Soon the foursome's money woes are spelled out a bit more clearly. The landlord demands this month's rent for their headquarters, and the top 5 floors of the Baxter Building. Another man wants $1,000 for the electronic work we did on your fantastic car. Wow, man. That's pretty cool. Let us forget our debts as we forgive our debtors. The imaginative reader could easily think up things for which the other creditors shown at right might be seeking payment in FF number 1's 13-page origin story alone. The thing trashed the doorway and maybe display window of a men's clothing store. The thing also ripped up a manhole cover, leaving a sizable hole in a Manhattan street, and made another hole when he came back up from beneath the street. Johnny Torch Storm burst into flame and turned a hot rod into slag. Luckily, it was his car, but the sheer heat probably didn't do the service station any good. The torch melted several USAF jets that came too close to him. Mr. Fantastic deflected a valuable hunter missile with a nuclear warhead. Luckily, it is said to have exploded harmlessly over the sea. A nuclear warhead? Wow. Who says Reed Richards owned outright the spaceship that crashed after he and his buddies got zapped by cosmic rays? Like he's talking about, he's melting everything that comes near him and everything. Look at him over here. He's standing, he'd be burning up. Because I was a firefighter for 15 years, and I know when you're standing next to flame like that, or anybody knows what it's like, just standing next to a lighter and somebody's got a lighter, it burns you. So it's kind of funny to see that. Okay, now we got here the story. Meanwhile, at the headquarters of the Fantastic Four. Where's the rent you owe me for this month? You still owe me $1,000 for electronic work we did on your fantastic car. Now take it easy, all of you. Yeah, I promise you'll all get paid. Just have a little patience. We want our money. Just give us a little time. We have a lot of equipment to sell in order to raise the money. Come back in a few days. All right. We'll give you a few days. But don't try to welch on your debts. You know it won't be easy for 4 characters like you to hide from the bill collectors. Mister, you can say that again. Reed, don't take it so hard. It's all my fault, Sue. If only I hadn't bought those stocks with all our money. Then when the stock market went down, we lost it all. Heck, Reed, we can make more dough, can't we? There must be some way I can cash in on this fire body of mine. And me, my powers of invisibility must be worth some money to someone. What about my strength? You mean to tell me a guy who can twist iron pipes can't make a buck easy as pie? Let's go. Now let's see what Stan has to say about this. Go here and find number 11 and see what he has to say.
I always tried to keep these characters as realistic as possible, even though what they did was incredibly fantastic. One day it occurred to me it would be fun to show that they lost all their money. I don't think that had ever happened in any other comic book where a superhero group got kicked out of their headquarters because they couldn't pay the rent.
Wow. That's all he had to say there. Okay, what's on the next page here? Let's see what's going on. You see, it's like a miracle. An offer from SM Studios in Hollywood. $1 million cash to us if we'll star in a movie. Oh, Reed, that's great. There's just one little detail. How do we get to Hollywood? What are you talking about? That's right, we're broke. And it's expensive to travel cross country. I guess there's only one thing we can do. Are you serious? Are you... Oh, Johnny can't fly and she can't. They must have had different powers. The way they did their powers, then they didn't think about it doing it that way. They could fly there or something like that. Oh, man. That's funny. And he must have took all of his fantastic car and everything, like he couldn't fly. But Sue didn't have her energy or her invisibility power thing working where she could lift them up through the air. I'm not sure. Maybe not. The road to solvency runs through Hollywood. To their credit, Johnny, Sue, and Ben are willing to sell out and raise some cash by using their flames, invisibility, and muscle for profit. But Reed won't let them become a virtual freak show. And of course, he says that turning to crime would be unthinkable. The only way out of insolvency is to sell the skyscraper building of ours. More likely, they'd just be subletting, or else why is that guy saying they owed him rent? And such equipment as the Fantastic Car and Pogo plane, a VTL craft that could take off from the Baxter building. Ben bitterly berates Reed as a lunkhead for investing in the stock market instead of selling the patents on all his inventions. When a welcome offer of $1 million for them to star in a movie arrives out of the blue, they have to hitchhike to Hollywood. As it turns out, the producer who's hiring them is none other than Prince Namor, who plans to finance the film with wealth he's retrieved from sunken ships and from treasure chests buried by pirates on lonely islands. The rest of the story plows more typical ground. Submariner divides and tries to conquer the male members of the FF, so Sue will have no one to turn to but himself. But when she spurns him, the Atlantean keeps his word, and the movie is financed. Somewhere in a matter of weeks, movie theaters all over the country are celebrating a new box office smash starring the Fantastic Four, and the group's money worries are over. In truth, of course, well over 4 decades would pass before a true Fantastic Four movie release in the summer of 2005. It was a story that instantly merged the comic book universe and this new breed of heroes with the living, breathing, work-a-day world that we lived in. And it's been duly celebrated ever since. Okay, now we're going over here just to read these last few things here. But the producer continues to stare out of the window as though unaware of the entrance of the Fantastic Four until, "Excuse me, but I think you were expecting us." And then, slowly, calmly, he turns and, "Look! Holy cow! You! It's the Submariner! At your service." Look, he's got a pipe or a little cigarette thing. And a night coat. Or an evening coat. Cool. Let's see what's going on here. And then silently, majestically, the proud figure turns and leaves the building, as no hand is raised to stop him. With a slow, steady tread, he enters the vast rolling sea, never looking back. The monarch returns to his domain. You did the right thing, all 3 of you. You had to let him go. After all, he lives by a different code than we do. He can never really understand us, and whatever he did for love. Wow. Okay, the last square here. Weeks later, All America acclaims a new motion picture hit, little dreaming of the amazing tale behind the film. The Fantastic Four once again have the money to carry on their unique lives, work, and our saga is ended. Yay! But the adventures of the Fantastic Four are not over. Next month, there will be more thrills and surprises with the foursome, whose incredible exploits and down-to-earth realism truly makes this the world's greatest comic magazine. The end. That's cool. I think that's it on that one. And the next one will be Iron Man. Okay. That's cool. Hope you like that. Like I said, I keep them short. Just keep it to one section at a time so you can watch it real quick. Hopefully enjoy it. And then go on to something else. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas or any suggestions for me to do and everything like that. I'm trying to get better with the reading and everything and slow down and make sure I take my time. So just make it fun and exciting for you. But it's real cool. I love Stan Lee. I want to see one with Jack Kirby. I wish they could do one because they did so many videos with him on YouTube that you can watch. But I'd like to see what he has to say and have him put together a book like this with him and his voice. If his kids or somebody that owns the rights to different things that he does would put something like that together, that'd be awesome. And Neil Adams, like I said, Brian Boland. I'm going to do this book. Brian Boland, imagine George Perez, all of them. Just imagine having a book with him. Like I read this book here. I'm going to do one of these next. But I'd like to see him do a book like this when you press the button and hear George Perez talk. Just think of the artist that you like, Alex Ross, to have him do one, and then flip through and have him have his pictures and have a recording with him on it. I think it'd be really cool. Let me know what you think. Well, all right, guys, you guys have a great day, and Collector Dude is out.